Last time, on Yandere stories. I never really expected to run into my old soccer team manager, let alone being called out by her in public nonchalantly.
This year is kind of lonely without you on the team.
Well, things happened, so...
Yeah, I know.
I looked over at Megami. She didn't seem too thrilled right now. I wonder what's bugging her. Did something happen to her on the way to school?
Why don't you try rejoining the team?
Are you kidding me? There's no way they'll let me rejoin the team after such a bad rep.
What if I could persuade them to let you join again?
I don't know.
I'm not going to force you, but please think about it. I know that you loved being part of the team. I just want to see you happy again.
Okay then. I'll think about it.
Could you close your eyes?
What for?
Just do it, okay?
Fine. I opened my eyes to find that it was Sanaya kissing me directly on the lips. I just couldn't believe it. Why is Sanaya doing this? Sanaya? Why did you... Shh. As I was about to ask her about what just happened, she gently pressed her index finger against my lips to keep me from talking any further. I complied and stayed silent.
Yuji, the thing is, I really like you. How could this happen? My precious Yuji. My precious Yuji. My Yuji. Yuji. My...
It's been a week since the argument that made us so distant. The day after, I tried to muster up the courage to go talk to her, but for some reason, my feet just wouldn't move. It's as though shackles were holding me in place. Sanaya noticed after 2 days that there was something weird going on between Megami and I. During lunch that same day, she asked what was going on. I, with a resentful tone in my voice, explained to her what happened in the argument we had. She felt guilty since the primary reason Megami and I stopped talking was because of her. I tried to avoid sounding like it was her fault, but that didn't go as planned.
So, it is my fault. I'm sorry. I was in the way, wasn't I?
It's not! Don't say that! I just don't know what's gotten into Megami. She suddenly freaked out over nothing and I have no idea why. Every time I try to approach her, I just freeze. I just don't.
It's okay, Yuji. I take full responsibility. I shouldn't have butted into your life all of a sudden. All I did was cause problems for the both of you.
You're wrong. You have no idea how happy you made me. That time, when you started to talk to me again regardless of my reputation, it made me feel as though a piece of my life was being restored. You gave me the hope that everything could return to the way it was before the incident. So please, don't say that you shouldn't have butted in. Cause honestly, that was like me seeing the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yuji, I had no idea.
Great. I'm getting all sappy and crap. Sorry.
Don't be.
My chest quenched as I spouted my true feelings. I tried to resist my tears from coming out. I didn't want to get too emotional over what might seem trivial to most people. Dealing with this kind of situation alone is tough enough. The only person I could turn to was Sanaya, since I couldn't muster up the courage to apologize to Megami. I just can't let this go on forever. Megami was one, if not the only person before Sanaya, to accept me regardless of how I was being perceived by everyone else. I can't let our friendship end here. Not like this. I've made up my mind. No more games. Tomorrow, I'm going to confront her after school and fix this whole situation. The next day in the morning, Sanaya and I made our way to our lockers. As I was thinking of how I should approach Megami after school, Sanaya suddenly let out a scream. I quickly dropped what I was doing and rushed over to Sanaya's locker. What's wrong? Are you alright?
It's a dead rat!
Sanaya! Sanaya suddenly collapsed on both knees as she was trying to hold in her vomit. A crowd of students suddenly surrounded us, wondering what was going on. What the hell? Who would do this? I stood up with Sanaya hanging onto me while she held her mouth with her other hand. I viciously glared at everyone around me. Who did this? Show yourself, coward! I tried to publicly shame the coward who would pull such a thing, but they never showed up. Seconds went by with Sanaya still holding onto me. I gave up and quickly rushed her to the school's infirmary. There, I slowly laid Sanaya on an empty bed. She looked sick and ready to vomit at any moment. Unfortunately, the nurse was nowhere to be found. She must still be in the teacher's lounge. Damn it. What the hell? At a time like this? Useless adults. Don't worry, Sanaya. I'll go find some help. Make sure to take it easy, okay? I rushed out of the infirmary, leaving Sanaya behind. I figured since all the teachers were in the teacher's lounge, I would head there first.
Wait, Yuji!
I rushed as fast as I could to the teacher's lounge. The lounge was on the other side of the building, so it would take me at least 5 minutes to reach it. But since everyone was heading to class at this time, I had a hard time trying to reach the teacher's lounge in a timely manner. As I made my way through the crowded halls of the school, I heard two girls loudly laughing in the corner of the stairway.
Did you see what happened this morning?
Oh, the rat thing? Yeah, it was freaking hilarious.
The look on her face was priceless.
What the? Did I hear that right? I wasn't sure if they were spectators, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were the culprits who pulled this on Sanaya. I couldn't just ignore the possibility that I could be right. I mean, they're the same people who bullied Megami. Who wouldn't speculate that it was them? I could always tell the teachers, but they would just ignore me. My only option here is confronting them again. At the very least, I could get some answers as to who the culprit was. Sorry, Sanaya. Looks like I'll be taking a little bit longer than I initially thought. I traced back my steps and slowly approached them. The mood turned serious as they glared at me. The glares they gave off didn't bother me one bit, since I'm immune to them at this point.
What the hell do you want?
No bullshit, got it. Now, why did you do this to Sanaya?
Huh? And who the hell do you think you are, acting as though you can just interrogate us like this?
Maybe if he gets on his knees and begs us like a puppy, we might talk.
Yeah, come on, little puppy, beg!
You two are full of jokes today, huh? Well, I'm not joking around this time. Answer my question before I bust your face open.
Maybe you should tell him.
Fine. We didn't do shit, okay? Believe it or not, it never even crossed our minds to start messing with little Miss Happy Whore.
Alright, let's say you are telling the truth. Then who the hell did it? I'm all ears. If I find out that you lied to me, things are gonna get messy.
Alright, I get it! Jesus Christ, back off! Pretty sure it was the little mouse, Megami.
Megami? Based on what?
We were about to head out until we saw the little mouse hovering in front of some random locker. I had no idea if it was Sanaya's, but she looked pretty suspicious.
Then what?
That's it, okay? We don't really have the time to mess with someone beneath us.
Can we go now? We told you everything we know.
I'm not sure if I should take their word for it, or take it as a big fat lie. But something tells me they're not lying. Even though they bullied Megami in the past, I can't see them going after Sanaya for no good reason. Sanaya isn't the kind of person who would just let other people push her around. If this is really all they know, then I have no use for them. Fine. I'm done here. I turned around and started making my way towards the teacher's lounge.
Hey, just so you know, the little mouse gives me the creeps. I wouldn't trust her if I was you.
I stopped in silence for a second, then resumed my steady pace. I've been hanging out with Megami for a while now, and nothing seemed off to me. For them to say something like that was out of nowhere. Pretty sure they're just saying that to make me turn against her or something. Well, that's not gonna work if that's the case. On the way to the teacher's lounge, I started to hear mentions of the incident that happened this morning. Not to my surprise, the incident itself spread like wildfire. I didn't really bother with it since it wasn't anything that would tarnish Sanaya's name. I eventually reached the teacher's lounge and informed them of what happened. To my surprise, the homeroom teacher quickly responded and rushed towards the nurse's room. I was told to head back to class before the bell rang. For a moment, the fact that I was a delinquent quickly vanished from the teachers' minds due to their current focus being on Sanaya. It was a pleasant feeling as though things were going back to the way they were. But that feeling vanished after realizing that my reputation wasn't my top priority right now. I wasn't sure what to do at this point since the teachers assured me that Sanaya would be taken care of. I was still anxious regardless. I listened to what they instructed me and went back to class. Moments went by and I couldn't focus on the lecture. My thoughts were focused on who the culprit was and how I should apologize to Megami. Since lunchtime was coming in closer by the minute, I should probably change my focus to Megami. Minutes before the bell rang, I texted Megami informing her of what happened to Sanaya. But I'm sure at this point everyone knew. I asked her to meet me by the track and field storage shed. I needed to confront her directly since it's easier to convey my feelings on this whole situation. She responded and agreed to meet. I was relieved and nervous at the same time. The next thing I knew, the bell rang for lunch. I was mentally preparing myself as I made my way to meet up with Megami. I didn't bother with getting lunch since this was more important than eating. On my way to the storage shed, Sanaya came out of nowhere to greet me with a smile.
Hey, Yuji, where are you heading?
Sanaya? What are you still doing in school? I figured they would send you home.
Yeah, they wanted to, but it's not like I couldn't recover from throwing up a little.
But your health is more important, you know.
Oh, come on. Do you really think I'm that weak?
I guess not. Sorry for doubting you.
You better be. Anyways, where's your lunch? Did you plan to skip today?
That's not it. I have to talk to Megami and settle things.
Oh, so you're doing that. I understand. Well, good luck, Yuji.
Thanks. I promise to make it up to you tomorrow. Lunch will be on me, okay?
Well, it's not like I could refuse. Deal.
Alright. Talk to you later then. Commercial break. Do. Takumi Hachi is a simple dude who just wants to be the best basketball player of his era, but being the next in line to be head of Hachi means he simply can't avoid the monstrosities terrorizing his homeland. On top of his planned marriage to a girl with the most sought-after blood. Read more about Takumi and his troubles in the first volume of Takumi, Ordinary Life of a Setsu Vampire. Available now on Amazon. Also, don't forget to check out the author's webtoon read-along videos for kids on YouTube. I will leave links to both his book and video in the description below, so please check them out.
What's up with the sudden change of attitude? Exactly.
Commercial break. Do. After chatting with Sanaya, I made my way towards the spot where Megami and I mutually agreed to meet at. Considering the huge argument we had, and how we haven't been talking to each other lately, I expect things to be a little awkward between us. The next thing I knew, I could see Megami standing by the shed from across the field. My thoughts began to scramble as I drew closer and closer to her. I tried to calm my nerves by taking deep breaths, as I recited the words I wanted to tell Megami all at the same time. Suddenly, I hear a quivering voice calling out to me.
Yuji.
Sanaya, look, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled at you.
Is your reputation that important to you, Yuji? Is that what you value more? Do you value that more than us?
No, I don't. Our friendship is more important than that.
Then why do you want things to go back to the way they were? Can't you just be satisfied with what you have right now? Am I not good enough for you? If you really cared about us, you would have broken your ties with Sanaya when I told you so.
It's not that I don't care about us. I just don't want to feel as though I'm trapped within a birdcage. I want to be able to fly with the others and see new skies with my own eyes. Being stuck in this situation, I just don't know how much longer I can take.
Oh, that's how it is. You just want to leave me here to rot.
What? Of course not. On the contrary, I want you to join me.
No! That's not how things work! You don't get it, do you? People are rotten. They only want what you can give. And once you've given them that, they'll turn their back on you.
Not everyone is like that, Megami. Sanaya's not that kind of person. If you give her a chance...
Never! I will never let that whore get close to me. Why can't you see that she's tricking you? You're just some prize to her. And once she's done with you, she'll just throw you to the curb like a worthless piece of trash. Only we understand each other, Yuji. It should only be you and me.
That's not healthy, Megami. If you constantly keep isolating yourself, you'll quickly find yourself alone.
So what? That's nothing new to me.
Even so, if you keep yourself shut, you'll never know what it means to be truly happy. Look, I know what it feels to be alone and betrayed by the people you thought were your friends. It sucks, but that doesn't mean you should keep others who want to be your friends away. If you never give them a chance, you'll never be free from this isolation. I want you to be happy, Megami. And I really believe that making new friends will make you happier.
No. You're wrong. It's all her fault. She's putting these ridiculous ideas into your head, isn't she? She should just die.
Megami, what the hell? You should never wish death on anyone, even if you hate them.
She's better off dead.
I'm afraid if I don't avert her attention to something else, she might actually harm Sanaya. Wait. It can't be. Could she have really been the culprit? I mean, I know she doesn't like Sanaya, but could she really have been the one to do that? The way she's acting, her hate towards Sanaya. I just can't help but think Megami planted that dead rat in Sanaya's locker this morning. Did you do it? Are you the culprit to the incident that happened this morning?
Oh, you mean that rat incident? That was hilarious! Oh man, I wish I could have seen the look on her face!
We're done here.
Don't go! Please!
Damn it, Megami. Just why? What happened to you? What happened to the Megami that would greet me with a smile every morning? The Megami that would always give me moral support when I'm feeling down? Why? I just can't take this anymore. I made my way back to class. For the rest of the day, my head was filled with so much noise. Noise made from the words that Megami and I traded. All of it scrambling and deconstructing as my attention slowly drifted away from the lectures. Suddenly, the ring from the bell snapped me back into reality. It was the end of the day. Realizing that I have work today, I tried to suppress the noise. I eventually got to my locker and found a letter addressed to me. It was very weird considering that this kind of thing was pretty much uncommon. I looked at the front of the letter, and to my surprise, it was from Sanaya. I mean, she has my phone number. Why would she send me a letter? Unless... could this be about that? I'm not sure if I'm ready to even give her my response yet. But at the very least, I should personally tell her to wait a little longer and explain myself. I'd feel bad if I just texted her my response after she went out of her way to do this. I opened up the letter she sent me, and it read, "Yuji, meet me by the storage shed after school tomorrow. I have something important I want to tell you. Please." Well, she did say please, so I guess I have no choice.
Now, where did I put it? Ah, here it is. Oh, Yuji. It's only about time. We'll be together soon. I promise. Just wait for me.